Hey, today we're going to try to clean a chimney from the inside without getting on the roof and without making a mess indoors. So what I've got here is something I put together to try to let me clean the chimney but reduce the mess. So I have a trash bag here, I have a tomato cage, so the idea is this will be taped up around the chimney tube on the inside. I got a vacuum cleaner hooked up here. So the cage keeps the bag from collapsing and just plugging off the vacuum. Okay. Then inside here, I have two things. Three really. I got a piece of wood that I cut down and I put a hole for the vacuum. Then I put a hole for, this is a piece of 3/4 inch iron pipe. My chimney sweep rods fit through this just fine, and that, you can see here, that sticks up above the bottom of this a little bit and higher than the vacuum pipe. So the idea is any soot or dust that is going to come down here that would come through this hole and get indoors would instead go down the vacuum cleaner instead. So that's what I'm hoping for. Got the vacuum hooked on here. I'll go ahead, once I get this set up and put on there, I'll actually put the vacuum outside in case there's any problem with the filter or anything. I'm not blowing soot all over the place in here. So I'm going to go ahead and get the chimney opened up and set this up and try it out. I forgot to mention the other thing I'm going to do. This is only a single wall pipe, and you're really supposed to run double wall pipe inside to keep your chimney temperature up. That's part of why I need to clean it. I'm losing too much heat inside. So what I'm going to do, I picked up, this is some ceramic blanket. So it's a 1-inch thick blanket. I just bought a 25-foot roll because I'm always using this stuff for something. It insulates really, really well. So that's going to get wrapped around the chimney up by the ceiling. And I'm going to hold it on with just wrapping it with chicken wire. Of course, my cage fell on the floor. Give it a go. I lubricated all these fittings already with some light oil. It's a good idea. They're so dry they don't like to go together very well. I'm at a bit of an angle, so it's pushing on the chimney pipe. I'm going to try blocking it over with the lift. No surprise, the bag tore. I can tell I'm into the main chimney now. A lot less buildup. Well, that didn't work out too bad. I could definitely tell I really had to work to get it to go up the inside piece here, because I'm just losing too much heat and that creosote's just building up there. Once I got up to the main chimney, it is smooth sailing, easy. I probably would not need to clean it very often at all. So I'm looking forward to getting this blanket on here and seeing how it performs next year. I'm betting it's going to be a lot easier to clean next year. So I got to measure, see how long a piece I need. I'll have to wear my mask for that because this is glass fiber, just like, you know, fiberglass insulation. Ceramic, same thing, it's glass, not good for the lungs. So all right, here's the top here. I think that came out pretty nice. I don't think I'm gonna mess with that elbow. It'll only get flow when it's smoking and it's so small, I'm just not really worried about it. Plus, there's a reclaimer all the way up to the ceiling. That's pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna worry about losing my sheet out of this now. So my chimney should stay nice and hot and nice and clean. Here's the detail on the side of the smoker box. The scraps I cut out, I just stuffed in there to hold it nice and tight up against the box. Got cut out for both the handles, so I can get in there just fine to open those up. Here's the piece of wood I used and the pipe. This was the top side, so you put the chimney rod through there, hook the vacuum there. This worked all right. It wasn't great. I'm gonna do something different for next year. I was checking this out. Here's a scrap piece of pipe. The vacuum and that pipe, that almost lets the pipe be centered in the tube, which I think is gonna work a lot better because I actually bent my chimney rod. So I'm thinking maybe I'll set something up like this and maybe even put a groove around the edge so that it can actually lock onto the pipe. Maybe I'll have some legs or something that I can actually screw to the pipe for it. But overall, even this worked really well from a cleanliness standpoint. I didn't have a lot of vacuuming to doing, so from that standpoint, it worked out all right. But it sure was clumsy, and I don't want to bend my chimney brush again. I got it straightened out, but I mean, it's supposed to bend if you hit something hard, but I'd rather not have to mess with that. So we'll do something different next year. I think it's gonna be 900% better than I had. And I ain't gonna have any trouble, because I could actually tell towards the end of this year, my flow was starting to diminish. So let's try to keep it nice and warm and lots of good flow. All right, I think I'm gonna call it good on this one. I got a nice insulated stovepipe now, and it's clean. So, I guess we won't know till next year whether it was any good. Thanks for watching.